So this is really cool. I'm with Manish, and we're going to build a fitness application live in the next 3 minutes. So take it away.
Sounds good. So we are in the terminal here, and in Claude Code, I am going to log in to the Stripe CLI. So I'm going to hit this. What it's doing is now it's connecting to the Stripe CLI. So I'm going to authenticate. I'm going to actually copy this.
Cutting and pasting is always the hardest part.
It is. And so what I did, which you don't see here, I am basically authenticating, clicking out here in my Chrome. And I'm back here. I've authenticated the CLI. What I'm going to do next is going to type a CLI, our agent setup command. So you see Stripe agent setup. So what's happening now is that it is using the CLI and it is checking if the Stripe plugin is already installed here. If not, it is going to identify that we are in a Claude Code environment and set up the Stripe plugin for Claude Code.
Great. How many tokens is it using when it shows an account though? How should I interpret that information?
Yeah, this is the token that's running kind of in the back end. So there is a combination of what Claude Code's own reasoning is happening, plus it's calling this command, and there is some exchange happening. Yeah, and what you're seeing is that this is looks like we've got the output. So it's done. It's called the Stripe CLI. It's determined that we are in the Claude Code environment. And now it's identified plugin is not installed, and this is where we are now. So what it's going to do is it's going to install the plugin. As you can see here, it says, let me install the plugin here. And so we're going to wait for it to install the Claude Code plugin.
What's really fascinating and probably new for many developers is watching this make many decisions by itself, one step after the other.
That's right. That's right. So exactly. So it is calling the CLI command. It is determining, it's getting some response. It is analyzing the response and then taking the next steps. Done. So the Stripe plugin is now set up, and it's telling me which version of the Stripe plugin. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to ensure that we have the plugin in this particular session. So run reload plugin. So now it's set up. What I'm going to now do is give the instructions of what is the business that we are trying to build here. So I am going to copy, give me 1 second here, I kind of typed it of what is the application, the fitness application that we are trying to build. So I will paste it here. So I'm saying here, I want to build a fitness application that offers 2 tiers of subscriptions, a $30 per month package for basic functionality and a $50 per month for advanced functionality. I also want to offer one-time purchase options for consulting sessions that cost $100. And here I'm asking to use the Stripe implementation planner tool in the MCP to get guidance. So I'm going to hit enter. Now what's going to happen is that it is going to look at the MCP, the Stripe implementation planner tool. It says the plugin's loaded. It's calling the tool. It has the context of the business we are trying to build. It's going to pass that context to the implementation planner tool so that the tool can then match it to the right set of products that Stripe offers. And we should be getting back decision trees of what the agent needs to consider as it builds the integration.
What's interesting is you're just using natural language and explaining your business model. So you don't really need to know how Stripe works under the hood. You just need to express what you need.
Exactly. Exactly. Here, you don't need to know any of the details of like what's the Stripe in the back end, like of what Stripe is offering here. We're just typing it into the agent, and then we are getting these, and the agent is doing all of the heavy lifting for us. So yeah,
it's fascinating to watch how it actually took your requirements and has built a table of what it thinks the subscriptions should look like.
Exactly. So here, as you can see, it's run it, it's got the input. What it's telling is that it's got these decision trees. It is optimized subscriptions and boosting conversion revenue, which is payments. It is not doing invoicing because our use case, as we have described, doesn't require explicitly invoicing. Of course, if we want, we can prompt it and say, hey, I need invoicing as well. But in this case, no requirement of invoicing. And then it's going to walk through these decisions for subscriptions. Hey, not doing usage-based billing because it's a flat monthly price, no mobile app. We're going to go with web. It's going to write code, and then we have a bunch of other decisions here. Decision 2, are we doing per seat? No, etc., etc. So you can see these decisions that the agent has made based on the decision trees, and then for both the subscriptions as well as the one-time payments. And then it's saying, okay, 3 genuine decisions based on this. And now here it wants to confirm certain things with us before it actually builds up the whole code for the implementation. So it's asking, can we use the Stripe hosted? And it says yes. I would say yes. Charge at sign up, because we didn't explicitly call that out in the description whether we should offer a free trial or not. So it's asking, should we charge it at sign up? I say yes. And then what is whether we want to use Node.js, I would say yes. So now I'm going to submit these answers. Now it has all of the information it needs, and it's taken Stripe's best practice implementation, all the decisions that it needs to make. Now it's getting ready to actually build out the application and go live later.
What's really fascinating is the way that it found the gaps in the initial requirements of knowing what questions to ask next from you.
Exactly. So here it's the agent and me building this together, where it has some context, where it doesn't have gaps, where it has gaps, where it doesn't know, it prompts me so that I can provide it information, and away it goes.
Do you find practically there are limitations on how complex the use case is, or is it able to understand things that are really fairly involved?
Yeah, we find that these LLMs are pretty good at understanding, but at the same time, sometimes some of the different products requires very nuanced, there are nuanced aspects that need to be known. And that's why we are building the Stripe implementation planner, which has more details, even to guide the agent on how it needs to answer that question, so that it has the logic, the reasoning on why it should make one decision versus another. And so with that information, plus what it already knows and its reasoning capabilities, we find that it's great in building a full integration.
Fantastic. It looks like it's finished though.
That's right. Looks like, yes, it's ready. It's got all the information that it needs. It has come up with the details. And now, yes, we're ready to rock and roll.
Fantastic. Well, that's really incredible. It's absolutely cool to watch how easy it is to skip ahead as a developer and not have to learn the sort of deep nuances of Stripe that it can do so much for you in just a few minutes. So thanks very much for sharing it with us.
Yeah, no, thank you. This is great.